Hi guys, welcome back to the Mzansi Reality YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us here again for another video. Mr. Anonymous unfortunately is not feeling well, but he will be back as soon as he recovers. For those who joined the live stream, in the previous live stream that we had, there were some people who were even commenting about the voice, that he doesn't sound like his normal voice. He will recover as quickly as he can, but for now, before these news expire in my system, I wanted to share them with you guys, because I know if I wait a day longer or wait until when I feel comfortable already, they may never come. But like I promised, I wanted us to cover Katiso Molefe's case, because I believe and have a strong feeling that it's a high profile case, ever since Mkwanasi's explosive press briefing in the beginning of July. I've been interested in the case, and I know there's a lot more people who are interested in the case. So today I'm going to share some of the details that happened in the court proceedings yesterday concerning his bail. He was supposed to hear the verdict, but not quite, because it was said that he has to respond to the affidavit that the investigating officer had put forth in the last appearance. But in yesterday's appearance, he was responding to some of the most explosive arguments that the investigating officer had made against his bail application. Now, it's quite clear that the investigating officer would not want for him to get bail, but he's fighting very hard to get that bail. I even saw footage of him while he was leaving the court, and he was wearing a different outfit, and I'm talking about Katiso Molefe, and he was carrying imthwalo, like a bag, and so it was almost as if he was ready to get bail. It was almost as if he's ready to go. I don't know, I interpreted it like that, but you guys maybe will see something different. So it looks like he's really heartful. He wants to get out and get bail, and he will fight with everything he has to get that bail, in my opinion. Because even the lawyers today, apparently there was a lot going on. Yesterday, of course, there was a lot going on with his bail application. So the state argued that Katiso Molefe should not get bail because he's a fraudster. We'll find out later on why they say he's a fraudster, okay? So the businessman Katiso Molefe, who is suspected of being the mastermind behind the murder of well-known music producer and club owner Oupa John Sefoka, better known by his stage name as DJ Somebody, will not know the outcome of his bail application until next week. So there was a postponement. Unfortunately, he will hear the outcome of his bail application next week. Yesterday, there were closing arguments that were happening between the prosecutor as well as his defense counsel. So Molefe, who's apparently is 61 years of age, appeared at the Alexandra Magistrates Court on Thursday for the continuation of his bail application, which is opposed by the state. Molefe and three alleged hitmen, Michael Puletau, who's 55 years of age, Musa Kekana, who's 35, and Tiego Floyd Mabusela, who's 47, have been charged with the murders of DJ Somebody and his two bodyguards, Sbusiso Mokoena and Sandile Mieza. The four men are facing 3 counts of murder, 2 counts of unlawful possession of a firearm, and 1 count of unlawful possession of ammunition in connection with the murders of DJ Somebody, Mokoena, and Mieza. So DJ Somebody, Mokoena, and Mieza were shot and killed while traveling in their cars on November 20th, 2022 at the corner of Woodmead and Woodland Drives in Sandton, Johannesburg. So Molefe stood alone in the dark as his co-accused Michael Pule Daudi, Floyd Mabusela, and Musakekana chose not to apply for bail. The state alleges that the group was working together in both killings. So there was apparently tension, as reported by the Daily Sun. They are saying that tension escalated in court and the proceedings took a dramatic turn as Molefe and the state engaged in a fiery verbal exchange. So as we know, this court proceedings are not recorded live or live streamed on any of the mainstream media platforms. There was a court order to that effect. It's only journalists who are allowed to record the proceedings, either by writing them down and then taking maybe a couple of pictures and a couple of videos, but they are not allowed to stream the entire live stream. So his attorney, Advocate Michael Helen SC, presented his closing arguments to the magistrate Rina Boshoff. Helen said the state's case against Molefe is based on pure speculation and guesswork. That press briefing, okay, I think a majority of us have come to the conclusion that because we saw receipts, okay, calling them guesswork and speculation right now, I don't know, but it's for them, right, to prove, it's for the states to prove that that's not the case, and that will only happen in the trial. So the court heard Molefe's affidavit in which he flatly denied any involvement. His statement read, "None of these cases put me near the crime scene during the commission of the crime. This is unsubstantiated speculation." So with this statement, he's completely withdrawing himself from the scene of the crime. He says he wasn't there. He was nowhere near the crime scene. Molefe claimed the state's case was built on vague WhatsApp messages that do not involve him at all. He also admitted to knowing the accused number one from childhood. So accused number one, who's a little bit more closer to him in age, he says he's known him since his childhood. And that's quite a long time. In his statement, he said that he assisted him with security and financial issues. So he's actually worked with him. He said he's assisted him with security and financial issues. He said he'd lend him money from time to time. And he said that he grew up in Mapetla and Tau grew up in Tladi. That's in Soweto, where they mainly interacted with a group of friends, met and later became clear that they shared the love of modern vehicles and later started a friendship mainly around the love of cars, socializing, fashion, clothing, and dating girls. The Twitter investigators have already started. I saw one post of one person asking about his jacket, if anybody knows how much it costs, because it looks like he's a man of expensive taste, allegedly. So the verdict has not yet come in for those who can do investigations on people's outfits, but in drip check, yeah. So he is 61 now, but however, in this coverage or what I got from the various media sources is that there's no mention of what binds them together now, besides perhaps maybe he's still working as his security. Asazi. So he also stated in his affidavit that the killing of the three deceased took place shortly after midnight on the 20th of November 2022, and the cell phones of accused 1, 2, and 3 were placed near the crime scene before, during, and after the shooting. So these alleged hitmen, they were that bold enough to go and commit this offense with cell phones on them. Either they were really not calculating, or they are that bold, or they knew that they were going to get away with it, allegedly. Because, wow, if this is true that their cell phones are placing them there during, before, and after the incident, so accused 1 then made 8 calls to accused 4 and to no one else after the incident. So they're saying that accused number 1, the one that he says he's known from childhood, made 8 calls to accused 4. And accused 4 in this instance is Mr. Katiso KT Molefe himself. So they're saying that this accused 1 that he referred to as a person he's known since his childhood, they made 8 calls to accused number 4, who is Katiso KT Molefe himself, and to no one else after the incident. So 8 calls is quite a lot. 8 calls says it's a matter of urgency. I don't know about what you guys think. So Molefe's legal team hit back. They said that there is no indication that these people were waiting for payment, they said. And his attorney, advocate Michael Helen SC, said Molefe should be granted bail because he was at his home when police arrested him on the 21st of July, arguing that his client is not a flight risk. Suitable candidate for bail, Helen said, after Molefe was granted 100,000 rands bail on appeal on June 27th by the Pretoria High Court in a separate case. Now, this case, of course, is that of Aman Swart, the young man who was an engineer, who was gunned down at the parking lot of his workplace. He had not violated his bail conditions, Katiso Molefe, apparently stemming from that case. And yes, a couple of months later, after appealing his bail, because it had been denied in the first court that he appeared at, and then it ended up in J.P. Ledwaba's office or hands at the Pretoria High Court sometime in April, and he granted him a bail of 100,000 rands. So he had not violated his bail conditions from the time of being granted bail to the time of his arrest 3 weeks later in July. He told the court that this makes him a suitable candidate for bail. Molefe was granted the 100,000 rands bail in June by the now acting Gauteng Judge President Aubrey Ledwaba. Oh yes, now he's the acting Gauteng Judge President, filling in the position that has been left vacant by Judge Dunstan Mlambo. He got a promotion. He's now the Deputy Chief Justice of the Constitution of South Africa. Yes, got a promotion. He's the Deputy Chief Justice now. Just a step closer to being the Chief Justice. So meanwhile, Taukekana, Mabusela and Molefe have been charged with the murder of Vereeniging engineer Aman Swart, who was shot and killed outside his workplace in Vereeniging on April 17, 2024. He was mistaken for a whistleblower. Swart, who worked for Q-Tech Engineering Company in Vereeniging, was shot and killed when the alleged hitman mistook him for another employee who was a whistleblower. Taukekana, Mabusela and Molefe have also been charged with murdering musicians Hector Buthelezi, also known as DJ Vintos, and DJ Vintos apparently had a club as well. He had a nightclub in Soweto. DJ Vintos was shot and killed in a hail of bullets in March 2022 outside a nightclub in Orlando East, Soweto. So national spokesperson Brigadier Athlenda Mate said that the unknown men who killed DJ Vintos were driving a BMW X3 at the time of the murder. And Taukekana and Mabusela also charged with murdering Don Tindleni. Police are still looking for the mastermind behind the murder. Mate said that Tindleni was shot and killed in March 2023 on the N1 highway near the M17 off-ramp while he was in his BMW 5 Series. Firearms connected to other murders, and Mate said that the firearms used to kill DJ somebody Mokoena, Mieza, and Swarta the same weapons used to kill DJ Fintos and Tindleni. Wow. Mate added that after Swart's murder in April 2024, the police arrested Tau, Kekana, and Mabusela. She said police seized 4 firearms from the 3 accused during their arrests, an AK-47 and 3 pistols. She asserted that the firearms bore a direct connection to the murders of Swart, DJ Somebody, his bodyguards, DJ Vintos, and Tindleni. The firearms, according to Mate, are linked to 10 high-profile cases of murder and attempted murder, among other crimes. So 4 of the 10 cases are those of DJ Somebody and his bodyguards, Swart, DJ Vintos, and Tindleni. Now that's a lot. That's a hell of a lot. But it seems that he's putting up a fight to Mr. TK Molefe. He's putting up a fight with his lawyer, and he's making sure that he does everything he can to get that bail, just like he did when under the other case of Aman Swart. He made sure that he gets bail. So even if they deny him, he's going to appeal and appeal and appeal and make sure that he gets it. So the body language already told me that he's not so eager to stay in prison any longer. He wants to get out. I don't know though, because these charges are not a joke. These charges are serious charges, but we'll see. Ingaliom Teto, they're saying that the arm of justice is quite long. So apparently DJ Somebody also survived an assassination attempt in 2021. Now, this was news to me. It was fresh news to me. I was hearing it for the first time. So Sunday World reported this. They are saying that they got a source who actually detailed to them about how from this time in 2021, DJ Somebody had been living in fear. In fact, he got himself security detail and security company. And that is how he came to use Ket Vusumos Ket Matlala Security Company for protection. Yeah. So before being murdered in 2022, there was an assassination execution style in 2022. That's how he died. But something of a similar event actually took place in 2021. DJ Somebody survived by the skin of his teeth what he believed to have been the first attempt on his life shortly after his performance at the trendy Biblos Cafe in Katlehong in June 2021. So after this incident, DJ Somebody beefed up his security and started leaving the premises of his nightclubs, Ayep Yep in Mainland and Top Notch in Pretoria Central business districts via back doors without telling a soul. DJ Somebody's real name, John Obasifoka, together with his bodyguards Busiso Mkwena and Sandile Mbieza, were shot in a hail of bullets in Woodmead just after the performance at Woodmead News Cafe. Speaking to Sunday World, the eyewitnesses who did not want to be named for fear of victimization said immediately after DJ Somebody dropped the last track of his Amapiano set at the popular Biblos Cafe on a Sunday night in 2021, his driver quietly exited the night spot, which was then under renovation, at about 11 p.m. He then cracked up the car, a white BMW 320i, ready to leave. They then hit the road to Secunda in Mpumalanga, where DJ Somebody was to perform at the annual shindig of self-styled Amapiano King. So Kabza the Small and Bon Kabelo Mota was apparently going to be performing there as well. So according to eyewitnesses to the incident, a suspicious white VW Passat started tailing Sefoka and company, driving at the same speed and following them at each turn of the township heading to the main roads. Alert to the potential danger, Sefoka's driver slammed the accelerator to stage a quick getaway. So this source is saying that the trailing car also increased speed and kept a close distance. Oh my God. The headlights behind were not falling back. Both cars went through a red traffic light, signaling that an attack was no longer just paranoia but a real-life threat. At the next traffic light before the N17 highway to Mpumalanga, which was also red when Sefoka's vehicle came across the intersection, a large coal truck that had the right of way blocked the road, preventing that VW Passat from following through. This time, Sefoka held a gun, ready to engage in a gun battle to save his life, according to the source. Now, Kutiwa, this incident happened a few months before the internationally renowned Amapiano king DJ Maphorisa Themba Sikuwe was attacked. Also, after leaving Biblos Cafe, hitmen opened fire at his luxury vehicle, leaving 2 people critically injured. So a source with knowledge of Sefoka's security details said that it was the Katlehong incident that led to Mokoena coming on board as Sefoka's bodyguard, recommended by murder accused businessman Vusimo Siket Matlala, who is currently in prison after being charged alongside 3 others in connection with the alleged plot to kill his ex-lover, who's an influencer, Tebogo Tobejani. After the Katlehong incident, they're saying that Opa met Kat at Tasha's, which is a restaurant in Mainlane City. It's a town in the city of Pretoria, and asked for provision of security. So Kat suggested that Sbu was the right person for the bodyguard job because he also enjoyed the nightlife. Plus, Sbu was no longer working for Kat at the time, said the witnesses, but his reinforcement of security could not serve as a bulwark for his life, as he was ambushed nonetheless and killed in what has now emerged as an alleged dispute over an illicit substance deal. Personally, I'm finding out, although I know that social media has already made the determination and conclusion that this was a whole illegal substance deal dispute, and we can conclude that DJ somebody was somehow involved in this. So it's all alleged, of course. The assassination happened on the corner of Woodmead, and as we know, that's how it happened. And Kutiwa, a month before, a driver of a blue, before that incident where he was shot at Woodmead on November of 2022, a month before, there was a driver of a blue VW Golf GTI, similar to the one that DJ somebody owned, was shot and killed while driving into a Yep lifestyle, co-owned by DJ somebody in Sunnyside, Pretoria, raising suspicions that the real target was him. And also considering the fact that even DJ Maphorisa had 2 people being injured under the pretense that they thought it was DJ somebody. And then another incident prior to that where he was being chased down in a township, followed by VW. So these are 3 attempts in total, 3 attempts on his life. Wow. Hi, Bufem. Turns out in February 2021, there was a hit on Maphorisa. Wow. Now it says that internationally renowned Amapiano king DJ Maphorisa survived an assassination plot when hitmen opened fire at his luxury vehicle in Gauteng on Monday night and critically injured 2 of his artists. So he was traveling with 2 of his artists and 2 of them got shot at. News on the assassination attempt revealed by the award-winning megastar close allies who fear for his life, Maphorisa Bontemba Sekua, has since gone ground. So he also had to hide. Oh my goodness. Relating to the ordeal, a record company executive privy to the incident said Maphorisa and a ground of artists and management team were driving in a white Mercedes-Benz bus from a gig in Vosloorus to another in Katlehong in the East Rand about 10 p.m. on Monday when unknown hitmen driving in a silver Audi A4 showered their vehicle with bullets. Oh my God, it's the same, similar showering with bullets. Now, a company executive testified and said that the guys fired several shots from behind Maphorisa's bus. Afterwards, they overtook Maphorisa's vehicle, stopped and fired several more shots from the front of the vehicle. Now, that source who spoke to Sunday World is saying that they were under the impression that this was DJ somebody, can't it's DJ Maphorisa. Now, it is alleged that as the bullets were raining in Maphorisa's bus, 2 of his artists were shot in the solar plexus. The gunmen then sped off. Maphorisa escaped unharmed and the 2 injured artists were rushed to Union Hospital in Alberton in a critical condition. It is unknown who the other artist is, but DJ King D-Toy was one of the victims, and at the time he was in ICU in a critical condition. Oh my God. But feedback is that he came out of danger after that brutal attack, so he eventually made it out of ICU. I wonder how he's doing now. The executive also said that the motive for the shooting was not known, but it appeared to be a hit. So the guys were just following them from their gig in Vosloorus. They knew who they wanted and what they wanted to do. As to why they wanted to take his life, it is unknown, but Maphorisa has since gone underground as a result of the incident and fears for his life. He has even quit all the WhatsApp groups where he and other artists discuss their gigs or their next gigs and whereabouts. I've also noticed with Maphorisa, like, he doesn't share his gig guide, like where he's going to be. You know, and if he does happen to share, he buffs up security. Can't in 2021, he almost died. Oh my goodness. This was news to me, you guys. I'm absolutely shocked. Attempts to solicit comments from Maphorisa at the time, who had taken the world by storm since he teamed up with Kabza De Small, drew a blank, meaning that they couldn't get a hold of him because he ignored their phone calls and text messages. Maphorisa's driver, Nyakalo Matoka, had since opened a case of attempted murder at Katlehong police station. And the police statement read in part, the complaint alleged that on Monday 2021, the 8th of February at about 10 p.m. he was driving a Mercedes-Benz together with DJ Maphorisa, Tiamiso, Paleka, John and others. While they were approaching the robot, the silver Audi A4 came to the front and started shooting at them. So Gauteng Police Provincial spokesperson at the time, Mavela Masondo, confirmed that they were investigating an attempted murder case after 2 artists were wounded when an unknown gunman opened fire on Maphorisa's vehicle. Yo, guys. Hi. This is absolutely shocking to me. I didn't know this news. And now they come back again in 2025. Now we are being told that actually this incident had nothing to do with Maphorisa at all. They were looking for somebody, for DJ somebody. I heard rumors after he passed on that apparently he was planning to get out of Pretoria and to relocate. So these are the kind of things that were happening around him. it seems like he received signs before it actually happened that they want to take him out. But he didn't move out fast enough, or even if he would have moved out, by the looks of things, they would have found him wherever he would have ran, unless if it was to a different country. Oh my God. So they're saying that the victim was identified as Aaron Matlala. So that is the person who was shot, who was driving a similar VW that looked exactly like the one that DJ somebody was driving. And he was driving into a Yep in Sunnyside. And then he was killed. He was shot at execution style. Oh my God. That should have been a sign. That should have been a very loud sign that somebody wanted him dead. But then Sunday World understands that Sefoka was shaken after the incident. Apparently he was left very scared, and that's when he started feeling the need to amp up security. And that is how now he met Vusmusiket Matlala, whose security company he ended up using. Yo, guys, this is a lot. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below. It's a lot. There's so much happening in Mzansi. Oh my God. Let me know in the comment section down below what you feel or what you think about these details. I'm only giving you details because I feel like if I just loud with my opinions, it's gonna be all too much, and I'm alone. Mr. Anonymous is not here. Guys, tell me what you think in the comment section down below. I will see you on the next one.